What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wildcard Sports. And in this episode, I'm going to pick the divisional playoffs. I'm going to go over every game, give my take on the game, give my prediction, and I want to hear your guys' predictions. If you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong, put it in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. First game, this past weekend, before we get into the games, this past weekend was crazy. Who would have thought the Cowboys would lose to the Packers at home? Cowboys were at home, and they got destroyed. Who would have thought the Eagles get destroyed? Yes, a lot of people thought the Eagles would maybe lose, but not get destroyed like they did. A lot of weird games. It was such a fun weekend. And, obviously, as a 49er fan, I loved it. Seeing the Cowboys get whooped by the Packers, which we're going to be playing. Talk about that soon. And also seeing the Eagles go down. It was great football. I loved every bit of it. Now it's the 49ers' turn. We'll talk about the Niner game later, but let's just get right into it, guys. Texans versus the Ravens. This is going to be a great game. It's pretty much the rookie versus the vet, CJ Stroud versus Lamar Jackson. And here's the thing, guys. Texans have nothing to lose. Sure, they lose the game. They're out of the playoffs. But all the pressure is on the Ravens for this game. Lamar Jackson, he's pretty much going to be the MVP this season. So can he play at an MVP caliber for this game at home? It looks like the weather's going to be pretty good. Yes, it'll be cold, 24 degrees, but there were definitely colder games this past weekend. The only thing you got to kind of worry about is the wind. It says it's at 15-mile-an-hour winds this weekend. I'm sure that will change throughout the week, so that's not guaranteed. Right now, the Ravens are favored by 9. Which, I could definitely see the Ravens winning by 10 plus in this one. Texans are going to come out swinging, but I think the Ravens will weather the storm, and I don't think they'll let the Texans fully get the W here. And I don't even think it'll be close in the second half. Maybe that first half, Texans will keep it somewhat close, but I think it's one of those games where the Texans were at home last week. First playoff game for CJ Stroud. They're on a high. They get the W. I don't think that's going to happen here in Baltimore. Sure, I would be low-key cheering for the Texans. I kind of do want the Texans to win this because as a Niner fan, I don't really want to face the Ravens if we have to face them in the Super Bowl. But both quarterbacks, I'm pretty scared of CJ Stroud and and Lamar Jackson. So this is the thing. It comes down to quarterback. It comes down to the defenses. Ravens have an amazing defense, a great defense. Texans, it's a good defense, but it's not great. They have this game at 44.5, so not a really high-scoring game, but in the mid-tiers. Looking at what the pros are betting so far, as you can see, it's pretty even. They're both one person on the Houston spread, 9.5, and then one on the Baltimore. One person is betting on the under right now, so they're leaning under. I could see that being a defensive battle. But I think Lamar Jackson's going to put up points. But CJ Stroud at the same time he's not fearful of stepping up and putting a lot of points on the board. But my pick on this game, I got to go Ravens to win the game. I'm not really going to be cheering for the Ravens, but I think Ravens will win it. If I had to give a prediction on this score, or if I had to give a score prediction on this game, I don't know. I'm going to go Ravens 24, Texans 17. I think it's going to be a closer game. Texans will cover the spread, but that's my prediction on this game. What do you guys think? Post it in the comments. Moving on to the next game, and man, oh man, I cannot wait for this one. 49ers versus the Packers. Divisional game, divisional matchup right here. Brock Purdy versus Jordan Love. Here's another situation. All the pressure's on the 49ers in this game. The Packers and Jordan Love don't really have any pressure in this game. They lose, sure, they're out, but no one expected the Packers to even make it this far anyways. So all the pressure is on the 49ers here. Will they be able to handle that pressure at home? I do think they can, but it's not going to be a walk in the park for the 49ers. If you would have asked me this before the Cowboy game, if someone would have said, hey, you might play the Packers for your first playoff game, the Niners versus Packers, I'd have been like, oh, easy W. I'm not even worried one bit. But after seeing what the Packers did to the Cowboys, they look great. Jordan Love looked amazing. He looked like a 5th, 6th, 7th year quarterback dominating out there. So is that because the Cowboys were that bad? Probably. Cowboys just did not show up in that game. Or was it the Packers are that good, that great? Can they keep that momentum going in San Francisco? I really do think the Niners defense is going to step up big time. This is the playoffs. The Niners have been waiting for this all season long, even from week 1. We wanted to get back to the playoffs so bad after that Philadelphia game in the playoffs last year when Brock Purdy went down first drive. We want to get back to this spot. We're here. We're going to go all out. The 49ers are going to give it their all, obviously. The Packers are too. But I do think the 49ers will dominate in this spot. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I'm not going to be expecting a blowout from the Niners. They are favored by 9.5 in this game. They could definitely cover the spread. Right now it says a 0% chance of rain, but I did see that it could be raining that weekend, so I think that can change. We could see rain in this game. 59 degrees, not worried there. The wind, not worried at all there. They have this a pretty high-scoring game, 50.5 points, so it could be a high-scoring game for this one. Let's look at what the pros are betting so far. 4 pros are betting on the Niners spread to cover the spread. 1 on the Green Bay spread, and then we got 3 pros betting the over on this one. So I do think Brock Purdy's going to step up. He's going to show that he should have been MVP. I think he's going to be calm, cool, and collective here and just do what he has to do. I don't think he's going to go off and have some crazy game like 4 touchdown game. Nothing like that, but he just needs to be good enough. Don't throw picks. Make the right decision, and our defense needs to step up. And all our other pieces just need to step up, and I'm not too worried about them. So Niners going to get this W. If I had a score prediction on this game, my prediction would be 49ers 29, Packers 14, maybe 17. I'll say 49ers 29, Packers 17. That's my score prediction for this game. So Niners get that W. Go Niners. I cannot wait for this one. Moving on to the Bucks and the Lions. I mean, I got to be honest. I didn't expect this matchup. I didn't expect the Bucks to even really make the playoffs this year, but they did, and they're actually looking good. They look great against the Eagles, but I think the Eagles are just that bad and that unorganized and just horrible all around, the Eagles. They honestly didn't even deserve to be in the playoffs. Sure, I know they had a good record, but it could have been a better record, and it was one of the worst performances from a team at the end of a season I've ever seen, really. It's just been a debacle of a season for the Eagles, at least towards the end there. So Lions, Bucks. I do think overall Lions are a better team. Lions are super pumped to have a second home playoff game. I think it's the first time in history. Right now, the Lions are pretty much favored by a touchdown. I'm actually surprised by that. If I were to bet on this game, I'd bet on the Bucks spread at plus 6.5. I think they could keep it close. I don't really see the Lions blowing out the Bucks here. Let's look at what the pros are betting. So not much going on here, but one person is betting the spread of Detroit. So pretty much Detroit to win by a touchdown. Yeah, in this game, I think I'm going to be cheering for Detroit. It's a good story. But if the Niners beat the Packers and we face the Lions, I would love that matchup. But actually, I would really love to face the Bucks because I know the 49ers would destroy Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. But I think we could play well against both teams. So I'm really not scared of either team as a 49er fan. But if I had to choose, I'll probably pick the Lions here to win. I don't think they're going to cover the spread. My score prediction on this game will be Lions 31, Bucks 28. I think it's going to be that close and that high scoring. So Lions 31, Bucks 28 in this game. And let me know, guys, in the comments if you agree with me or disagree with me. I'm sure a lot of these you're not going to agree with me. This is going to be a good one to watch. Bills versus the Chiefs. I mean, the Bills finally playing the Chiefs at their home stadium in the playoffs. Usually over time, Mahomes has owned the Bills in the playoffs. but I think the tides will turn here. The Chiefs are not the same Chiefs as they were. Yes, they looked good in that game the other night in that freezing negative temperatures there, but they got to go up against the Bills at home in the playoffs. And yes, I know Josh Allen could choke in this situation, but I think this is the year they don't. Bills are favored by about a field goal here, favored by 3 points. It's going to be 21 degrees. Looks like we won't get any snow at this point for this game, but I could be wrong later. 9-mile-an-hour winds. So, yeah, another cold game for the Chiefs and the Bills. I think Bills come out on top. Let's look at what the pros are betting right now. It's pretty even. A couple people betting the Chiefs spread. One person on the Buffalo spread. The only thing I'm worried about, though, I've said this before. I'm worried that, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, they all have that playoff experience. They know what it takes to get to a Super Bowl. Bills don't really know what it takes. They definitely don't know what it takes to get to a Super Bowl. And, the veteran Patrick Mahomes, man, he could just carry his team. He could put the team on his back if he really needed to. But will he in this game? It's going to be a little tough. I'm going to lean Bills on this game. But I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think Bills will win this one? It could be a coin flip game. Could be a coin flip game for me. Go either way. But I'm going to take the Bills, and I'm going to say the Bills cover the spread. I think this is where the tides turn, and finally Josh Allen beats Mahomes in the playoffs. All right, so those are our games, guys. I appreciate you watching this video, making it this far. Post all your predictions in the chat. Just say if you agree with me or disagree with me on some of these. I'm sure you disagree, but it's going to be a really fun divisional round this weekend. Enjoy it. Saturday and Sunday football. We love it. And you guys enjoy it. You guys have a great weekend. Hopefully your team wins. Go Niners. See you guys on the next video. Peace.